excuse me, my voice, right? If you are catching this part of the video, you could be watching it on replay. So if you can hashtag replay or come on in as if you're live and just comment normally, that would be awesome. Happy Thursday. How are you all doing? Let me know. If you are also hopping on live, come on in and say hi. Let me know you're here. All those fun things. Hi, Stacy. How are you doing? It is still morning here in Colorado, but I am happy you guys are here, whether it's morning or afternoon or lunchtime. Hi, Patricia. How are you today? I'm going to wipe up this paint real quick. Maybe. So welcome in, you guys. Come on in. Let me know you're here. And how you're doing. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Sorry, you guys. Ever since, the pneumonia stuff, I've been trying to get past it. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Roddy Mom Crafting. How are you doing today? So I have some things that I'm going to show you real quick, and then we'll get going on our project for today. If you guys are new to me, my name is Darlia, and I am owner of Dark Shade Designs, and I live in Colorado. Hey, Linda. How are you this morning, afternoon? Hi, Betty. How are you doing? Oops, knocking things over, you guys. All right, so I'm going to show you guys some fabric that I just got in not too long ago. I've already washed it, so it's ready to go and make something out of. And so I really love some of these prints. Let's start with Patriotic. I have two prints for that. So this one is like a star. You could make it into a wall hanger, or you could use them as quilt blocks. You can make a bag out of it, whatever you like. So I really liked this. And then this one coordinates with it. If you guys can see the prints right there, it's bringing some of this red and blue in off of this one. So here's this one, which I love too. So there's that. Super cute, right? Do you guys like these? So that is the Patriotic fabric I just got in. I'm trying to decide what to make with all of this, you guys. As if you know me, I have tons of fabric. I know I did not need to buy more fabric. Could I resist the fabric? No. Unfortunately, right? So this is a really cute garden print. It looks like little seed packets. And I thought this would be very, very cute for a garden apron. Whether it's a half apron or a full one, we could put a different print with it, and that would be really cute, I think. So that is kind of like the gardening fabric that I picked up. I ordered these all online. If any of you guys are interested in where I got them from, just ask and I will get you that information. Let's see. I have some fall prints. We'll do those last. I really liked this barn farm fabric. What do you guys think of that? I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this one yet. Again, we could definitely use it for an apron, but there's a ton of different things you could use it for, right? Hi, Gloria. How are you? And then This little frog print I just thought was adorable. Oh, junk journal for sure. No, I don't know why I always don't think of junk journals, because I love to do that too. So this would be really cute for kids. Nursery. But if you just like frogs, that would be really cute for whatever you want to make it, right? And then this Noah's Ark fabric, you guys, I thought was just so adorable. I couldn't pass it up. Oh boy. Right? You guys got to hold me accountable to start sewing more, so I use this fabric. Isn't that arc adorable? Oh, and all the little animals. Definitely would make a cute blanket or comforter or quilt. But you could even do a wall hanging out of it. And then there was this coordinating fabric for it that has the rainbows and the sun and some raindrops and clouds that you can use with it. So I know you all probably don't love fabric like I love fabric, but fabric makes me very happy. I love to look at it and think of all the things I can do with it. And then, actually doing the projects, I get to a few now and then. Super adorable little baby forest animals for fall. And aren't these so cute? Look at the fox. And so you could definitely use these blocks for a wall hanging or quilt. Those would be the obvious thing that you could do with them. And then this is the coordinating fabric for that. I think I might make some bags out of some of them. I did get 2 of the block ones. So that's all my new fabric, you guys. Aren't the forest animals adorable? I don't know. So anyway, I think those are absolutely fun. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Betty. Today we're going to work on a garden flag, and I thought we would keep it patriotic. I'm not making it, but I do already have this one already made up out of canvas. I have made them before, but I didn't get that done ahead of time. So, hey, Nancy. I know, I think bags would be really cute with those prints on it. I know it would be kind of season to fall, but I think I might try at least doing one with them just to see. I have lots of patriotic fabric that wasn't in my new pile. Here's some of the ones I have. Love the stars and these stripes, like a more pastel patriotic. This one is Home of the Brave, Land of the Free, and then it just has a lot of different, let me turn it this way so you guys can see it a little better. We have the United States. We could just take different things out of here and we could applique them onto our flag. Or we could use a strip of it. This one, I don't love as much, but it's still pretty cute. And then I just have more stars and stripes, only a bolder print. And then I have some stars on wood background. I really love these hearts. And it kind of has script in the back. Those are really pretty. And Don't have a lot of this, but it's cute. All the different little cars and bikes. And then a tiny bit of this left. Hi, Sissy. How are you? So, what are you guys thinking? And this one is super cool too. What should we do with all of this, right? I am kind of leaning toward using some of these on our flag. So here's my thoughts. I thought we could applique, and I'm just going to glue it down with you guys today. I'm not going to sew it today, but I will sew these on after I glue them on. Now, you don't have to do that. You can use your fabric glue. It should be perfectly fine. You can seal it. Sorry, I've got like fabric fuzz in my mouth or something. You can seal it with an outdoor sealer, and it should hold up pretty well. If you want to be, for sure that it's going to stay on your garden flag, then you can sew it. And you could hand sew this, or you can machine sew it, whichever way you would like. So I think we're going to take different blocks of this fabric and put it on here. And then I probably won't get to this today, but I thought we might take, I don't know if you guys have seen the Totally Dazzled rhinestone appliques, but this is a Patriotic one, so you could use any of these and also put on your flag. Or I have just the letters, so you could say whatever you wanted to, and then adhere the rhinestones to those. I have yet to do these, and I'm excited to use them, but that would probably be a part 2, because I don't know that we'll make it to that one today. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Happy Thursday. If you guys wouldn't mind just smashing some hearts and commenting, sprinkling this out there, that would be awesome, and I would so appreciate it. We could even use some of the new fabric that I just bought. I have to say, I think I want to do a bag out of this one for sure too. I just love that fabric, and you could even put some of these stars on it. I think a patriotic bag. I'm kind of into bags lately. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I love doing aprons and bags, stuffed animals. What else do I like to do recently? Just like hand towels and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get going. Oh, my nose, all that fabric fuzz. Hi, Mary with Ocean Breeze and me. I am feeling better. Thank you guys who prayed for me. I started getting a kidney stone a couple of weeks ago, and then like about 2 days into that, I started getting a sore throat, and I was like, okay, I'm getting another cold. I mean, seriously, this year I think I have gotten a cold every month. It's been ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, getting another cold, it'll be fine, a few days, you'll be over it. And then, yeah, no, it had to turn into pneumonia for me. Thankfully, the kidney stone took care of itself, because the last one I had was super big about 5 or 6 years ago, and I had to have it broke up with a laser and all that stuff, and it was not fun, and I did not want to go through that again. So I'm so thankful that decided to just go on through by itself. Too much information here, you guys. Welcome to my live this morning. So yes, for the pneumonia, they put me on a steroid and an antibiotic, and I was coughing so much. I get bronchitis fairly often and cough a lot, and So coughing, I know, but I could not get any rest. All right, I will decide on the right scissors eventually. Actually, pinking shears or fabric. I think we might use pinking shears. Although it would be cute to like leave our edges frayed, right? Maybe we'll do that. So anyway, I started taking all of that. Sorry, my husband came in. He probably was like, where is she? She disappeared. He works from home, so I'm like, somebody's opening the door. The little granddaughter's asleep, so she's not far from me, just like in the next room over. So anyway, after I started taking that steroid, it did amazing. Within a couple of days, I was not coughing that much. It was a blessing for sure. So we're going to cut out some of these little blocks, and we're going to, on our flag, I'm getting all sorts of interruptions, you guys, sorry. All of a sudden, I became popular. So, I'm just going to go ahead and rip this one across. I'll show you what I'm tearing out here in a second. And so I'm still on the antibiotic, but I am doing much, much better. Oops, I went too far over with that one. Let's try this again. So yes, thankful for all the medicines, right, that they can give you to help you out. So how have you guys been doing? So here's our first little block we've cut out. It says Land of the Free, Home of the Brave. And you've got the cute patriotic horse there. So what other things I like? I don't know that we'll use all these. I'm going to go ahead and cut a few out, and then we'll decide what we actually want to use. Hi Sue, hi Cece. Sorry you guys, I have a drop thing in my mouth, so hopefully I won't be coughing on you guys. I still have a bit of a cough left. Although nothing like it was, for sure, so. Okay, this says God Bless America. Once we get this out. Have you guys ever looked for fabric just for what you can, the like little squares or blocks in it that you can use it for? Because fabric as well as paper can be used, of course, in junk journals like we said, and then we can use it on all sorts of different things. So always look at some fabric when you go to the store and think about what you might use it for other than, you know, sewing something. It's a cute little heart. And we have some stars here. We have the bottom of a horse. We might use some of those stars. I'm not sure. I think we don't have the basket with the flags. It's kind of, they put it in kind of wonky. It's not like a true block. Maybe we can make it work. Let's see. And you can not only decorate, of course, the front of your flag, you can do the back too. And then you can keep, this one says God bless, land of the free. You can keep those for a different project if you want to. I used to keep every single scrap that was like, had any sort of length to it at all. And I had so many scraps because I was always like, oh, I'm going to make all these quilts and I'll need them. And finally I've gotten to the point where I'm like, unless it's, a decent size, I pretty much get rid of them now because I have so much fabric. Hi Cheryl and Stacy. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Anything fun? Okay. I'm gonna tear it right here, and then I think we're through tearing fabric, at least for now. And then I get to fold all this back up. All right. So this one, I had tore down into it a little bit. I mean, we could just glue it and I wouldn't really be able to tell, but I don't know, we'll see. We can also use some ribbon on here. So many fun different things we could do, right? So let me turn this, maybe you guys can see it a little better. I really like the God Bless America, and I think that might be what we use on the front. We could even, on the Totally Dazzled stencil that you can put the rhinestones on, we could use the cross underneath it. Or we could do a stripe just of stars and then like a square rectangle and then a cross. You could do that across the top of your flag up here. So many different ideas, right? Hi Becca, Nancy, Katie, Sissy. Hello, hello. How are you all today? Facebook is still being somewhat wonky on me. We're gonna iron this just to get the wrinkles out. So I almost sprayed myself in the face. That would be fun, right? Hi Angie. You love the horse. Yeah, I do too. I mean, either one would be super cute in the middle of it. And you could even do, well, let's see what. I think it might look too busy if we use two of the big ones. Yeah, I will either use this on the back or we will use it for something else for sure. You could even do a patriotic journal. You could post all your 4th of July pics. That would be really cute. So I'm just going to get some of these wrinkles out since it's been in a package. Fold it up. And then of course my fabric's been folded up in my closet. Do you guys like to work with fabric other than sewing? Do you like to sew? I think we're going to put this heart down here. I don't know, you guys. Let's check a few things out. The star one is a little funky too because it kind of has that cutout like our little basket does. Excuse me. So the basket's really cute. I was hoping I could keep from coughing, but you know. The basket would be really cute under there too. The star one, I almost feel like I may just cut out a few stars and put around. That might be fun. Okay. What do you guys think? Do you like the basket better than the heart? So let me turn it around. Put my iron away so I don't burn myself. Okay. I know all the writing is going to be backwards. Sorry, you guys. We can move this up a little bit. It doesn't have to be in the middle. Just taking off a few of our threads. So I might just cut out another basket, not have that rip in it, but I don't know. It's not like when you put it together that you're really going to see it. So there is the basket. Hi, Nettie. Or we can do the heart. I mean, the colors in the heart, I think, go a little bit better with this one, but either one is good. Or let's see. We could definitely take a strip of this and run it along the top here, and we could run it along the bottom. You could also use ribbon, like I said. I think I would rather, I have this star fabric too. This goes more with this, and this goes more with this. So it just depends on what you would want to kind of match. What are you guys thinking? Or we also have the red stripes. I don't like that one as much. We're trying all the things, you guys. I don't like that one as much. So, okay. I think we're going to go with this and this. Although I do like the basket. That would be cute, Julie. Cut out 2 more hearts and put a row. Good idea. And I think we'll go with one of these fabrics. Let's find more hearts. Here's one. You like the dark blue background with the white stars? Yeah, I think it definitely, coordinates with this part and the heart. It's hard not to rip a little bit into that next block when you get going. It's like I'm trying to stay within the blocks, but keep going a little much, and then it's like, oops. Got that block. Hi, Patricia's Craft Studio. How are you guys? Or how are you today? Hi, Aria. Pamela. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. Right now, I'm trying to go live 2 to 3 times a week. Last summer, I was doing more 3 to 4 times a week, but we just had so much going on in the last year. I'm just trying to get back into the routine of getting at least 2 lives in and 3 if I can. So I appreciate you all being here. If you haven't given my page a follow yet, I would love to have you here. Let's see, there's one right there on the edge, but it's in the salvage, unfortunately. And I don't think I want that salvage part on here. So I have one right here we'll get to. I mean, I don't know for sure that we'll even use the Totally Dazzled on this. We may use it on a different project, but this one we may just stick with our fabrics. Hi Joyce, Crazy for Crafts. How are you today? We'll see how it looks, right? I didn't even realize you have the points of the stars kind of at the bottom of the heart fabric. All right, there's our 3 hearts. That looks really cute. Thank you for that idea. Awesome idea. So we're going to use this, I think, as a strip of fabric up here. We can get that out real quick, hopefully. Now, if you didn't want the edges to be ragged, then you would want to leave enough fabric that you could hem it. And you could do enough that you can wrap it all the way around, and then you don't have to, if you decide to do the back of this, you don't have to do another strip. You've already got your strip ready. So I think this is pretty good. I can tuck a little bit in to the back, maybe. I don't know. We'll just cut it out here and see how it goes. All right. Always all the threads, right? When you rip. It's so much fun though. And see, you could just wrap it right around this bottom edge. I don't feel like is real straight. Let's try doing this again. Nope, it's not wanting to rip for me now. Yeah, just be ripping it the wrong way. Straight from this side. Just making a mess. All right, we're just gonna go with it. I think it's just folding over and stuff because of ripping it. Okay. I'm going to iron this real quick since, whoa. Hi Brenda. Hi Craft Crazy Company. Kim, how are you doing today? You know, so many amazing creators on Craft Around the Clock. If you guys are not a part of that group, be sure you head over there and check it out. I did put that link in my description. And if you see anyone with a business and they have the blue follow after their business name, be sure and check them out and give them a follow if you like what you see, because I know they would so appreciate it. I don't know if we want it this wide, you guys, or if we want to take it shorter. Trying to decide that. I think I like it not as wide, just like the width of how far they sewed it. So now that I ironed it, we're gonna try ripping it again. Oh, if I could just make up my mind, right? All would be good. That's the way it is with crafting. It's always ever evolving, right? We think we're good with this one way, and then we start, and before we know it, we have changed it. It's kind of the same way with writing. I've started writing my next book finally. I think I take like 3 years off, and oh boy, you guys, it's been a challenge to get back in there, and I feel like I lost all the skill I had, and I'm starting all over again. I'm doing a sequel to the very last book I wrote, so, but I mean, it's the same way. It's just, you start, you know, you can outline and plot and do all the things, but before you know it, your characters just start doing things on their own, and you didn't even see it coming. It's kind of like your crafts, right? You start working on them, and lo and behold, it ends up completely different than what you imagined. And I was talking, or we were talking about this on Kim's Live about, I don't know about you guys, but when I craft, I always have an idea of what I want to do, but once I get started on it, a lot of times you'll just be like, I don't know, and I have to take a break from it for a bit, and then I can go back, and then, I might be like, oh yeah, that would look great, and this is a good idea. And unfortunately, I do that too often, and that's why I don't always get pictures taken of my crafts once they're finished. I don't know. And it's, the same with writing. You can get a block as to what you want to do next with your story, and you may need to take a little bit of a break from it. Okay, I like that. What do you guys think? Hi, Love Craft. How are you today? Let's start getting some of this on here and see how it's going to look. So I'm just going to fabric glue it right now, but I am going to go back and stitch around the outside of it. Because I just want to make sure it's going to stay on there. Right? You plan it and then you change your mind. Yes, I've done that plenty of times too. And then I feel like, why watch some people and they can just go with it, and it just all goes together for them right away, and I'm like, oh, that'd be so nice if I could do that once in a while. Our creative brains, yes, they definitely keep us going. It's like with writing, I have so many story ideas of books I want to do, and again, it's the same with crafting. I think they very much go you know, because people are like, you write and you craft, and I'm like, yeah, but you know, I feel like it's very similar, because the thought processes and the things you do when you write and craft are a lot alike. Now, writing is fairly fun. Editing, let me tell you, there is not much fun about editing, because if you are creative, to go in and, you know, find everything that you need to change and work on and stuff, that is not fun. Because you just want to be creative. You want to be thinking of the story, of, you know, what you're going to write next. And it's like, I'm a little bit, you know, kind of like, it's got to be even here, you guys. Sorry. I mean, it's, yay, we got it on. So yes, the creative brain, and then the like mechanics and logical parts of things don't so much like to coexist, I don't think. I mean, they do sometimes. My husband's creative, but he's an engineer. He's a network administrator, and, you know, very detail oriented, and I could not do what he does at all. But he also is very creative, so it's not that they have to be like you're one way or the other. They can mesh, and he is my editor, so he makes an amazing editor because he is so detail oriented. Whether it's content or grammar, he can remember all the things I've put in the story and keep track of if I'm making sense with it, which I try to do to the best of my ability. But, you know, sometimes it just, you might miss something. All right, you guys, let's get these little hearts on, because I want you to be able to see how it's going to look real quick here. And the stitching around the outside of these little blocks will be really cute too. It will just add to it, I think. So we took an already prepared canvas garden flag. You can make them. They're super easy to make. All you have to do is cut out a rectangle, and you can hem the sides, or you could cut out two and just sew them together and turn them like a pillow, and that would be an easy way to do it too. You can do it out of any fabric that you would like. It doesn't have to be canvas. Canvas or duck cloth are heavier, so they're gonna hold their shape and everything better than if you did it out of cotton. It would just kind of fly around and not really, I think you'd have a hard time seeing it. Okay. So yeah, I don't think I left much room for us to use any Totally Dazzled on here, but that's okay. I don't think we really need it. I might fit some of those stars in here. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. And this fabric glue, you know, if you're a new sewer, is going to, oh, thank you guys, make it a little easier because it's going to hold it in place for you while you're sewing. So there's that benefit too. And you don't have to pin it now because you've got, you know, you're going to have it held on by the glue. So let's put our little border up here. And I will take a picture of it, you guys, once I get it on here, because this one, you know, I'm not going to change that much. I might add a little more to it, I might not, but for the most part, it's going to be like it is right now. So I won't have to come back to it in 2 weeks. Fabric glue is amazing, and you can, you know, some of it is washable. If you're going to wash something, be sure and use the kind that is. And like I said, you could put a waterproof sealer on this if you're going to put it outside, just to help it hold together a little bit better. And like I said, you could definitely do both sides of this. Because, you know, when I have one outside my front door, and when I go out there, all I ever see is the back of the garden flag. I never see the front, so it would be kind of fun to, I'm just going to wrap this around here real quick, you guys, so you can see what it's going to look like. I know that the next creator is going to be coming on, or is already on, in Craft Around the Clock. So you're going to for sure want to catch them. So there we are, you guys. There's our front. And like I said, if we want to do the back, now for sewing it, this would be harder because your sewing isn't going to, you know, match up. So you would probably just have to glue one side and then sew the other side, maybe, if you were going to do that. Or we can just do another garden flag, but we could definitely put our little horse on the back, and we would maybe put our basket and the flags down below that. Or you could just even put the basket with the flags on it and you wouldn't have to make it as complicated as the front. I think I'm going to cut out some of these stars, and we might add some of those, maybe even just like one up here, one of these stars out of the rest of the fabric. But I don't want to take up any more time of our next creator, so thank you guys so much for joining me. It's great to be back. I think I've been gone like 2.5 to 3 weeks, so it's good to be back with you guys, and I hope you all have a very blessed day, and I will see you guys. I don't know if I'll be live anymore this week. Check my page out. I try to post on there, or in my Telegram. If you guys are not a part of my Telegram, be sure and subscribe to that, and I let you know when I'm going to be live. But I will for sure see you all next week. I hope you guys liked our little garden patriotic flag. I think it's turned out really cute. And I will get those sewn on and I will show you guys. So, hi Gloria. You have a great day too. Be blessed, you guys. Remember, if you ever need prayer for anything, all you have to do is private message me or let me know in the comments, either one. Thank you guys. Bye for now.